Hello, my country people them. We don't come live. Today when a Tuesday, number 9 day for August 2022. For can't today with my country people them. When I first see the title for the discussion a day on una screens. As una join, una know the usual routine. Una mash fire for the share make it go far and wide. Today we go analyze the Prime Minister Dion Ngute, his speech or your press statements that we be making for Equinox TV two days ago, where it be there live. It talk to the Pigeon News with ambassador for Equinox. So now where we did today, I will let una understand a lot of the things the way they go on in the background and how you be involved, the impact where you the create them. So Beltus Atel song, it they live, it they watch, we say they watch from Limbe. Make sure say you match fire for share and make it go far and wide. As I talk to una, me too at the share for WhatsApp. Una share and make it go far, my contributor them. I go explain some intricate details them. I go explain what way they go on in the background, especially for do with the Grand National Dialogue and other proposals, the way they come into the Prime Minister and the impact where we, the country people, the black legs them, where would they create them. Okay? So when I match fire for Sheram, as when I join, so now the topic of discussion that Clovis it will play an important part for this live broadcast too today. So we'll play Cameroonianness, Kum Kum Anthem, and then we'll dive straight into the presentation. I don't prepare for una some audios and videos where I go play them as part of this live broadcast. My country people them. Thank you plenty, my country people them. Countryman don't come and lay sorry about that. I almost bite my tongue. Countryman, it don't come again live from London for bring una a presentation where it get to do with the Prime Minister, His Excellency Dr. Dion Ngute. You press statements the way make them for Equinox TV 2 days ago. Today, now Tuesday, the 9th of August 2022. As una join, una know the usual routine. Una match fire for share and make it go far and wide. Now, we will also pay special attention to BLM for this live broadcast, and I will explain for una why BLM it be important. We will also talk about the so-called new film masha for BLM. Now, I picture that if una never see them, may una no start laugh yet. Okay, we will come to that, I promise you. As una join, una know the usual routine, una match fire for share. Ma bring una the content. But before we go there, I want to play for una the Kum Kum Anthem. This one not just the foreplay, the appetizer, before we dive into the main course, into the main topic of discussion. I get videos, I get audios. When I go watch, when I go listen. And then when I go get countryman, ye analysis. Now what that will they here today for do? When I listen.
Hail, hail, Hail the Kumkumasa, we the Cameroonians, we pledge our loyalty. Kumkumasa, Kumkumasa, you shall free our country from terror. And your blessing shall be like the stars above. The Most High God shall be your guide.
There is a remnant ADF camp in Tanka, and they should know our restoration forces will come after them. The Alabo camp has been reconstituted into an ADF camp, and there are a few of them there terrorizing every Amazonian from Meta through Mancon and beyond, kidnapping them and taking ransom. We have a job to do, Chris. We have to go after these guys and decimate them.
Yes, you are right.
It is uncalled for, because when they do it, it falls on the interim government, and correct. That is what we cannot accept. Look, that cross and die man is coordinating all the kidnapping in Mancon and Quen.
We don't talk this thing. Say AGOPC ADF, now a terror organization led by Lucas Cho Ayaba for Norway, with Benedict Kwa for US, with Ngong Emmanuel Ngong for China, and a number of them we wouldn't do flyers before put out their face. We go now go on a deliberate international campaign for all diplomatic services around the world, designating the AGOPC ADF, led by Cho Ayaba in Norway, as a terrorist organization.
That kuna plenty my country people them. So, as usual, I let them speak. They use now their own voices, their own faces, and their own words for indict themselves. Now, we will go into the crux of the matter, my country people. When I bear with me, we will go into the crux of the matter. I might bring una, yes, the videos the way I don't queue them up. Okay? Right. So now, we will go now for the first video when our Prime Minister, His Excellency Chief Dr. Dion Ngute himself, he will explain for una the special status. Because now wait, this was some people, they don't ask countryman a lot of these questions them as well. They ask me about the special status for explaining for una. So the person when na ye be organized and cheer the Grand National Dialogue, where the special status it come out of the Grand National Dialogue, it go explain the special status for una in just about 4 or 5 minutes. I don't get anything more for add to that because it do an excellent job in explaining the special status. Una listen.
Now waiting, it did different for the regional assembly for Southwest and Northwest way, for the other regions.
First, number one, you call the name. Northwest get regional assembly. Southwest get regional assembly. All the other 8, they don't get regional assembly. They get a regional council. So difference they even for appellation. The Northwest Assembly and Southwest, they get something where a day like which will be get for West Cameroon Assembly. First thing. Second thing, Northwest and Southwest, they get House of Chiefs. Place where not only chief them that is Sudan. Just like it may be for Fema West Cameroon, where Assembly will be, for those of us who will know, who will be down, who will grow small, who will see. Assembly will be, then down, House of Chiefs will be. So House of Chiefs will get its own thing the way that the local. Assembly will get its own thing with the local. Now the same thing here. Then for matter for the special status, I will take 3 areas where there be difference. One, now education. The special status talk say, if government want change education system, you get for consult the regional assembly. government no get that obligation for other region. Now only for Northwest and Southwest. Now for do it, for protect the system of education where we get and we will continue for get, like GCE, like common entrance, like A levels, like first school. They will be there. They continue. And so if government want to touch that system, they must consult the regional assembly. The second area, now law. Because with law where we get from Northwest and Southwest, it be different from the law where the other 8 regions will get. The other 8 regions, they got what they call civil law. We will get what they call common law. And so if government want to change anything with regard law, they get for those 2 regions, they get for consult the assembly. That's the second thing. The third very important thing we say, we get development agencies like Soweda, like for Northwest Development Authority. The regional assembly, they get for look what those development authorities that they do for Northwest and Southwest, because we be get what we call community development and the spirit for that community development. Whereas for the other 8 regions, that disposition, that law, so you just take just those few, you see a difference. And within this Northwest and Southwest, they get possibility for discuss with partners for develop their area. They don't get for be wait, make government until government give. No, they get now the freedom to contact international organizations, friendly countries, and say, look, we want to build a hospital here, we want to do this road here, if you help with, and they get the help. So now, important areas where it be different. Then the last one, now say we get what they call public independent conciliators for Northwest and Southwest. Those people, they know them for the other 8. Now, we see that people that they do like watchdogs. If they see, say, for council, for the region, for institutions where they do for that region, they know they conduct themselves properly. They get duty for call the people and tell them, say, hey, when I know they do so, when I know they do so. That institution, they know they for the other 8 regions. True. Me as Prime Minister, and they here, I can tell you now, say all the other 8 regions, they come from me here, they tell me, say, which we want those institutions where they give Northwest and Southwest. So this makes them special.
Thank you plenty, my country people them. So when I don't listen to the Prime Minister himself, he explain the benefits where the special status get him and the difference between those regional assemblies where they there for the Anglophone zones and regional council where they there for the rest of the regions. One of the most important thing where he make him, now towards the end of the video, the point we make and I say, the rest of the other 8 regions for Cameroon, they want that special status where the Anglophone zone get them. They envy we and they jealous that special status. They want those powers as well. They want the freedom for be able to carry out developmental projects without necessarily going through the central government for Yaoundé. If you lobby and you get the funding and you get the equipment for do your projects, you just go ahead and do it. For when I not understand. Now actually only 2 days ago I find out where I talked to one of the mayors for Cameroon. He tell me, say, if I want ship anything for Cameroon, if I ship them as though it go now to a local council, it no matter how small the council be, that thing it no go pay the same heavy levies, taxes, where the Cameroon state it go collect them. So if you ship your motor on a construction equipment or whatever, when a council they bring them into the country, they know that local council they can do development inside the country for dig roads, for build or for do water projects, build schools, communities, and all those things. So they need to tax those equipment them. So all the local councils they fit apply for projects. If they win the projects or they get the funding for the projects, now we now go decide if we want to build the best university for Africa inside Bamenda. As long as we get that funding, you have the power for do that. It not did the same for all the other 8 regions. And then he also talk about the independent or the public independent conciliators and the powers where they get them for be sort of like checks and balances for make sure say when institutions where they be where they did there for provide services them for una, if they are not functioning properly, they fit jump in, intervene or query them for make sure say they do their job basically like a watchdog. So now those things the way the other regions they don't get. And now make I digress small my contribute them. I want for digress small for go for talk about something. Then I will come back because today one of the big topics we'll talk about now also Libya because for Prime Minister his speech he also take a few minutes for specifically talk about Libya and we'll tell now why Libya be important and why it be so important to the extent where the Prime Minister it talk about Libya the only division out of the other 13 divisions then where they be affected by the Anglophone crisis and Amazonia terrorism, the only one where he mentioned them by name and he spent a good few minutes talking about Libya. Now I see the other day, Beltus Day here, it the live, it the watch. Now my query Beltus small. I see the other day he post for a private account say they want development for Libya roads, they no get electricity and all those things them. I used one of my fake accounts then for ask Beltus question for that he post. I said, what happened to your electricity in Libya? Till today, Beltus never answered me that question. I want an answer to that question. Because Anglophones, they get this stupid mentality, say they be more important than everyone else in the country. Anglophones, they believe that those 2 regions, they be more important than the other 8 combined. They think say they oversabi. Imagine you get other areas them inside Cameroon where they don't even get the small development where we not get them. And then when I go spoil them, and then they expect more on top of that. No, life doesn't work that way. As a matter of fact, other areas that they beg, forget the small one where we get them. That is the truth. That is the situation inside Cameroon. And until you travel, sometimes you don't know. So some of the times in ignorance, it make them those people they go destroy where they already get them, where other areas are there for Cameroon where they beg that one and beg and they didn't see them. You understand? So you get the situation where this special status where we get them. Anglophones, the day here they complain, say no be good enough, they want more. Don't get me wrong, it's always good to fight for what you want, what you deserve or whatever. But when you look at the grand scheme of things, the rest of the Francophone Cameroon, they envy that special status where we get them. They go kill to get what we have. That is just a fact. Imagine say when a Tonton get electricity, you know the vast part of Cameroon where it's still there till today where it not get electricity, where it not get running water. There are vast chunks of area where they even produce into the economy. Not to talk of Libya where now a part of the country where it not even contribute that much into the economy of the country. That is just a fact. Then the small development where we not be get them, we not take on our own hands, destroy them. And then expect, and they talk not just Libya and they talk the people then for a condo titi, the people that road where they connect from Kumba, go reach from Dian. That road, that highway roadway, Sorobat, it be construct them. Amazonia terrorists, they go kidnap the workers them. And then now the same people they went now they are picking, go stop the construction work. May they not fix their roads. Now when the rainy season don't come, the road don't chakra, they blame Pobia. They want me Pobia send another team. Make their own picking the kidnap them again. Ask for another 50 million. No, I say no. And then you get Bamenda. They want to construct their road. They are picking, they go burn the construction equipment them. And then the people them, as wicked as they are, they start to talk, say, no, military. No, Tanganji. They talk all kinds of stupidity in the world. time where they are picking, they go burn those construction equipment then for where they don't fix that Bamenda to Bafusam road. They don't fix that road. Now when I destroy them. And then today when I cry, when I still look at Pobia. Meanwhile, other areas, the day for Cameroon, where they beg for that kind of opportunity for them for build their road. Now them go move the stone. Now them go even enter, do community work for make sure they make the work it go ahead properly. Make the road, they construct the road properly. Make it, they do and quickly make it finish. But Anglophone man, where if you say A over B special, pass all man, it therefore they destroy the small one we get them. And then when they don't destroy them, he go ask for more because they want over special. Because of that stupidity, that mentality, we want believe and say this so without Wuna Cameroon no exist. Anyways, make I not over digress. We will still come back for Libya Lem. Libya Lem will take at least 30 minutes for this live broadcast. We get time. We don't only enter 22 minutes. So we'll still get at least 40 minutes to 30 minutes for go. Now, we'll go play another video for His Excellency Chief Dr. Dion Ngute. Now, when I take time when I listen to this video, it be a little bit long, about 5 or 6 minutes. It will explain a lot of other things. Them it get about 4 or 5 main points. Then we go make them for this next video. When I listen.
Now, how well we go do this? Now, everybody get role. We know what the boys with the day for bush. We know them. We talk to them. Please, now appeal. Say, Nick. We try, we do everything for talk for these boys, communicate to them. Say this thing where they do now for their own risk, for their own lives. And they put other people, their lives for risk. Because true, myself I hear from ground, people that they can't talk to me. People they not get belly for this secession again. And they don't see what did happen on the ground. This kidnapping, this cruelty, this bad heart, where it take place, the whole area, is not good. You know, the advanced week. All other regions, the 8 other regions that they go ahead, that they go for before, Northwest and Southwest are the only 2 regions where they can go back from 2017 to 2020. Recession, it be for those 2 regions. The recession means the economy not to grow. The place not to grow. They not to build houses. Instead, they destroy houses. All we begin them. We account 550,000 school children. They absent from Northwest and Southwest. We don't see, say, for those 550, about 400,000. Now, for other regions, they don't come, particularly littoral, center, and western region. Now they don't benefit for all these 400,000 children where they don't displace. We know the account for 150,000. We don't know where they don't go. Whether they're still there for their own villages, they know they go school, we don't know. We get picking them where they don't reach 10, 11 years, they don't feel read, they don't feel write. Because they're inside places where school is not there. Because we know, for town, for like Bamenda, like Kumba, like Kondo Titi, like Mundemba, like Manfe, Bangam, all those places, schools they go on, not be so. But for those rural villages, schools no they go. If person no get money for take it picking, send them outside. Nobody go stay for our house for village, you know they go school. And we know all we will day here, we don't be this level, we not say na school make we wait till we be. If you not go school, your own no day. So this meeting now for appeal also for all the social groups where they in activity, where they communicate with these boys, may they take over this responsibility. True. This thing, not been a government thing. People they there for Douala, for Bafusam, for Garoua, and me, I don't travel for all those places. Each place I go, I see Anglophone community. I will go for some town for far north. I enter the town, I see my Oroko people, they can't receive me with drums. I ask them, hey, what should I do here? They say, oh no, we will do here with the plant we am. For Yagua. I say, they say, no, we run we side, we don't come here. And they contribute for the economy of the other regions. They plenty for cocoa farms for the central region. There plenty for cocoa farms for south. There plenty for cocoa farms everywhere else. But our own cocoa, it is rotten, it is die. So this problem, not be government problem only. Now everybody be involved. So we get for sensitize people, we get for talk to them, we get for sometimes beg them. Because of Amanda and Boya tell us that they kidney from our knees for beg them to stop this thing. And of course, a lot of it don't stop. Today, if you go for Limbe, Boya, Kumba, Mundemba, Bangem, you define life to go on. But in some small other areas, especially areas where road not be easy, you see, say, things not really go fine.
Pockets
but
of
for
resistance.
those big cities, school they go on, life they go on. People they go do their weddings for Kumba, they enjoy their life. They drink for bar now till late. But our brothers and sisters who are there for small rural areas, they don't fit do this thing because these boys they can't disturb them. They will pick them up. It's not good. And the thing that way, this meeting it evaluates the process how we don't go. You see, say we don't go far, but we still get a few problems. So we get for put we head together we solve them. Not be me, Prime Minister, go solve them. Not be a president alone, he go solve them. Not be ministers, they go solve them. Not be governor alone, he go solve them. Not be even military alone, he go solve them. Now we will get for talk to every person. Say this thing, it don't go too far, it don't go too much. We not go take gun with the shoot we own self for food. It's not correct. So now the reason that we go this meeting and the evaluation where we don't see say how the things go, it show a lot of positive things where they happen.
Thank you plenty my country people them. When I don't listen to Chief Dr. Dion Ngute, it talk for that long video. Now I want to pick a few points. As if the talk, I will make notes them for my little notepad, okay? Because obviously when you be educated, always have a pen and paper to hand. You write things down so that you don't forget. I make a few notes and now I talk about the key points them where it talk and then I analyze one or two things in Funa. This particular one I no want for forget. Now why that way I go start with that one. It end by saying that we not go take gun, we shoot ourselves for food. Now, that one, now exactly what we command on the terror say, Ambazonia terrorism, na self-inflicted suffering. So, the Prime Minister at the terror exactly what we command on the terror, but just in a different way, with a different choice of words. Okay? And I go explain for now why all these things, how all these things they interlink. You get a lot of people the way they call themselves consultants, advisors to the Prime Minister, advisors to the presidency, people the way they talk say they oversabi, they overgo big book. None of them enough to compare to the reality where countryman is produce out there to the people them. Because where we produce na results. We produce results where they be undeniable. Okay? We produce the results. And so we don't just talk out of empty mop. And lebialem na another case study for una for study if una be interested. And for this live broadcast, we will talk about lebialem in the next few minutes. So the Prime Minister talks say, you know if you take gun, you shoot yourself for food. That one, now exactly what we command, they always tell us, says self-inflicted suffering of the Anglophones, by the Anglophones, caused by Anglophones. Now we buy those guns and give those picking them. Now we radicalize them. And when I say we, I mean we Anglophones them. Me personally, I was not involved. I just become a victim of their terrorism. Now, when I don't hear some other people, they use other words them, like pockets of resistance. The Prime Minister, he articulates exactly the same point. He talks about it. If you go for Kumba, for Mundemba, you go for Limbe, to Nkambe, from Bamenda to Boya, schools, they go on. Life, it don't come back to normal. People, they drink Brazaris Mimo suited to 3 a.m., sleep self forgotten. Life, it don't come back to normal in those areas. But in the interior villages, the way road network no day, communication network it no exist. Now for they Amber get their power. For they terrorize the small local village communities then for they. So it acknowledged the fact, say, we don't achieve a lot since 2020, since after the Grand National Dialogue, but there is still some work to go, which is true, which is the truth. Any person where it can't tell when I say we are not winning, that one a thief, and I don't even know how to categorize it, because even the amber terrorists themselves, they know, say the position where they in for 2022 is far worse than how they be there in 2018, 2019. They go acknowledge them for una. They get fewer terrorists in the bush. They get lesser opportunities to maneuver. They cry every day for una about the influence and the impact of blacklegism because of the way where we don't take over. Even for social media, you know if it find them for them. We don't kick them out of social media. From Eric Tato to Sperm Chop Nan Chop to J73 Teeth to Mark Barretta to Ayabacho himself to Kapong Gong Dog for Hong Kong. All of these names, them Kuku Dabins, and they be plenty for 2018, 2019. In every sphere, whether in communication to action on the ground, we don't surpass them and we are winning fatly. In every major town, you know, get amber where it exists. Even if they exist, now that kind of way they just run past Shugon for and then run, enter back for bush because of the fear of the black legs, because of the impact where would they create them. So what advice, knowing not just empty words, where would they get the normal ordinary people them, and where the rich prime minister himself, might tell you another thing. One of the big impact where we the country people, where we don't assemble them and we don't achieve them. Now the fact say we don't change the dynamics for communication as far as this Anglophone crisis and Ambazuna terrorism is concerned. We deliberately decide for choose Pidgin English as the official language of blacklegism, as the official language of my country people them. Because we understand, say every single Anglophone, if it articulate himself in Pidgin, but no be all Anglophones, they fit talk grammar like me. So now why that way we choose for talk Pidgin? Because of our target audience. And as a result of that, it don't reverberate right to the extent where it enter for star building. And now why that when I see when a prime minister, it give a prime hour interview for the biggest Pidgin news in the country. Because he understand the target audience where he want to talk to. He know the one for talk to the Chris Anu them and all the other idiots for Facebook. He go now for Pidgin news. Because he want to talk to that mommy where they send Jama for a tour come. For Bamenda. He want to talk to that mommy where it is sell that sweet potato and that cocoyam for Corner Road, for Mundemba, for Limbe, and for Ndu. He want to talk now to that Okada picking them. Now why that way prime minister upon all the education where he get them. Now say we are not first even know the educational level where Prime Minister Dion Ngute get them. Now only me and fit tell you now. The university where you study in, now the same university where me have study in. Now, I might tell you something. Some person if can't tell you now say he study for London. No, might tell you now. There is London. It get about 30 something universities. Okay, but when you hear a person talk say it get degree at the University of London. The University of London is a different institution where it be even highly regarded than Cambridge and Oxford universities. Okay, the Harvard University, Cambridge, Oxford, and the University of London. Now their category that. Now for day, Chief Dr. Dion Ngute, he get the PhD. Now for day, he study, he go get degree now for that kind of university. So knowing that the kind of person that upon all the degrees, upon all the exposure, the travels, all that, if you don't be minister before come on can be prime minister, he decide for bring himself to a certain level because he appreciate and understand the importance and the power of communication. And even for this talk, we come on for talk so. It talk about sensitization and communication. It talks for resolve this problem. Now all we will get responsibility for resolve them. It said no be just Prime Minister he one, no be President Paul Biya he problem, no be Cameroon government he problem, and no be the Cameroon military their problem on their own. Every one of us will get our own role to play. We get our own responsibilities. Make we play our own part. Now, here comes countryman. Now, exactly what it is with me, I don't always tell una. Say, do your job, play your role. If you've been a teacher for school, you teach. If you feel write music, write a song. If you feel sing, go sing. If you feel talk, talk. If you've been a military man, you feel kumkumize. All when we don't combine all our small chukuchuku efforts, you could see and say on the grand scale of things, we could achieve the goal, which is destroying ambassador terrorism. But for una think say the goal and the mission are for bring peace, fantastic. Una go get the peace after we don't destroy the people the way they take away una peace. Una they understand me, no? So now exactly the same thing we countryman don't tell una. Now here comes the people the way they oversabi, when they see we will do our own part, we will play our own role in our own capacity, with the communication, with the sensitization, where the Prime Minister mentioned them. Now they feel say they so the one can challenge na countryman. They don't see Amber for Bush for go challenge them. They don't see the terrorists where they carry the guns for go challenge them. No, they can't challenge countryman. Because they don't see and say countryman, it get a limelight and it get a voice and it get audience, and the audience, it get not just quantity but quality. Now what will be the difference? For person, for go talk to Prime Minister one-on-one, it be more powerful than to talk to some useless idiots like Sako Ikome, Chris Anu them 1,000 or 1 million seb. Because the one-on-one when me go get them to Prime Minister, if it change the perception on things, and Prime Minister be amongst the biggest decision makers inside Cameroon. So they fit make decisions, change policy, where it will affect every single person for Cameroon in life. You understand? So now the quality of our audience that. And then not to talk about the quantity, the sheer numbers of people, the way that they listen to country people, and where they review and also consume the information where we publish them on social media. It be the biggest audience as far as this Anglophone madness be concerned. Country people, we, the black legs them, we get the biggest audience. Past all the ambushing terrorism in their different factions them. That is the truth. Now, these people, they can't fight countryman. Because they see and say this, so countryman, it get this influence. And they no want, make we tell our people them the truth. Because they want to use them for their own political expediency. Make I explain more. People the day where they talk inside Prime Minister's ear every day. Someone they call themselves clergy, pastor this, pastor that, doctor this, doctor that. What a native doctor, I don't understand. One of their biggest modus operandi or their biggest target where they want to achieve them, now for remove Ayuk Tabe and the terrorism for Kondengi. That is a fact. A lot of them, the day inside Prime Minister, some of them they work inside Prime Minister's office where they chook this talk for a year every day. They want me to release Ayuk Tabe and the other Neraten and those terrorists them. To their greatest surprise, they return look and say, even them where they inside the system, inside the government, they whisper inside Prime Minister's ear, expecting say this so Prime Minister be stupid, expecting say Prime Minister not get the faculty for make decisions on his own, for gather intelligence and for gather reports from all multiple sources before he make a decision. So now to their greatest surprise, despite their relentless efforts throughout the years since 2019 to date, where they don't whisper for ear talk say, if you move Ayuk Tabe and then dialogue with ye, it will end this madness. To their greatest surprise, the Prime Minister, head of government, and the whole Cameroon government, they adopt now the strategies and now the preaching of una countryman, the MKPD. Una know why? Because we produce results, undeniable results. We produce the results on the ground. Another example, Lebi Alem, but I will come to that again. The Prime Minister take a special time for talk about Lebi Alem, and I will explain for now why Lebi Alem may be important. So, all these people, the way they attack countryman, they see Amber, they don't go attack Amber. They can't attack the countryman, say countryman no one peace, countryman no one dialogue. Ma tell you something. If ABC say it be possible for dialogue with any person for achieve peace or for end Amazonian terrorism for Cameroon, I would be not the #1 person for advocate for that. But the people, the way they call for dialogue or whatever nonsense, ask them this simple question, say, how do you propose to take the guns out of the terrorists' hands. Who, for Anglophone community, it get that power for go take the guns them, for all these terrorists for Bush, go take the guns them for their hand. No, not even the so-called independence of Ambazonia can achieve that. And that is the truth. That is a fact. And when we talk this truth, people, they hate we because they get their own ulterior motives. They want for benefit one way or the other from the madness, but we remove that chop for their mob. I'll give you another example. When I go hear people, they like, when I even read the newspaper headlines them, as they kumkumize Oliver Lekiaka for Lebialem, some of the elites inside Lebialem, they panic because they know now, say, your mobile phones them, they will be taken by the military and they will exploit them and they will read their conversations them and they will be in trouble because they know the shady deals the way they will deal them. Now, I'm giving another example. Imagine, say, some scammer, it did somewhere in the life of Cameroon government, say, mean they give 30 million, 500 million, make him move Oliver Lekiaka from Bush or make him move 10 kobo from Bush. Imagine, then countryman, a go post video, say, we don't compromise Oliver Lekiaka. May I ask you a question? You think that scammer, it will be happy with countryman say, we don't go compromise Oliver Lekiaka. And as we compromise Oliver Lekiaka, we'll stop that kidnapping for ransom for Libialem. We'll move chop for plenty people, they are mob. And then now those people, the way they will benefit, where they will use Ambazonia terrorism for settle scores and all of those things, them, you think that they go like the fact say, we don't compromise Oliver Lekiaka? No. Those people, the way they will go ask Cameroon government, say, may they give them billions for them for disarm Oliver Lekiaka. You think say they go like the fact say we compromise Oliver Lekiaka? Master, when I use my brains. Now when I feel understand the reason why they attack countryman. Because we know the dilly-dally. We know the work for reward. We know the work for recognition. We don't care about attention. We don't care about those things then. The only thing we care about is results. And now why I don't tell you now, as Prime Minister talks, say, now all we get the responsibility for stop this Ambazonia terrorism. Like how I don't always ask Beltus and all the other Bangwa picking and say, if peace and tranquility come back for Libya now me, Momo Pikin go benefit, now Paul Biya go benefit, now Prime Minister when a Indian man it go benefit, you when you own properties, investments, assets inside Libya, you go access those assets and investments and properties them. Now my benefit or now your benefit. Now, you ask me, what is my incentive for make peace in return to Libya? What is my incentive? Between me, Prime Minister, military, President of the Republic, and you, the Bangwa man, now who get the greatest responsibility for make sure say make peace in return to Libya? Now you, the Bangwa people then. Because when peace return to that Libya, now you go benefit, no be me. We for Momo will get our peace. Ma tell una, if una no be know, Momo be now one of the most peaceful places, despite the fact say, now we start this madness, say Ambazonia. Okay? Momo no be destroyed. Now Libya Bangwa people them, Manu people them, and they want them for even some small part of Fako, and then small part of Dian. As for Dian people them, they even live now Momo people kind of destroy the place, and Nigerian people them, no be now even Dian picking the day for that bush. And then they want them to start picking them where they door like buttocks for baboon. Now they don't carry the thing wearing for face like face cap. But I digressed. Now make a continue on the trajectory where me able to go towards. Make a continue. Now, the Prime Minister, he also mentioned, say, Anglophones, they don't be tired of the Ambazonia atrocities. How do you think the Prime Minister gets that information? Because of you, Find Out Omar. Because of you, Mesumbe Mbong. Because of Una, Joy Dada. Now because of you, Derek Ewange. Now because of all Una black legs we Una don't assemble. Now Una, Obam Jang, Kumkumasa, Peter Khan, Yannick Sikot, he day here to the Watch Life. We'll get Boris Jones Tembang on our way tonight. Now the name that I struggle for pronounce them. Boris Jones Tembango. Now because of the contents, now because of una shares, now because they una distribute this information, una they inform the public, inform the consciousness of the Anglophones, and the Anglophones they rise up now, become black legs. They send the information directly to the Prime Minister, directly to people the way they copy and send out for you for a private WhatsApp. Maybe me, I not get the direct personal number, but I broadcast the damn thing now for Facebook. Prime Minister for this live broadcast, I will come again. It talk about Libya-Lem. And for Libya-Lem, it talk about what? The concumization of Oliver Lekiaka. How he know? Now, when a countryman, he tell you say they don't concumize Oliver Lekiaka. As a matter of fact, now when a countryman, he be a mission commander for the mission. So, all these people, they get right for jealous countryman, for envy countryman. They get right for the attack countryman because they will move chop for their mob. Make una understand. When some person don't start attack countryman, ask yourself why. And when countryman too don't start attack some person, ask yourself why. Because we're not there here for settle scores. Like some person they say, countryman, you don't write about this person, it be political. I ask you, say, wait to be my political interest in that person. Do I even know who you're talking about? You understand? With the right, now wait away, it be truth. With the fight, now the good fight for destroy Ambazuna terrorism. I repeat, where for una no feel read. Make a read and for una. Una see no. We say our mission now for destroy Ambazonia terrorism. We no call ourselves patriots. We no call ourselves peace crusaders. Any person we talk say one bring peace for Cameroon, that one na ye business. Any person where it talk say he been a patriot for Cameroon, that one na ye business. We never call ourselves patriots. We never call ourselves peace crusaders. We call ourselves country people them. And we say wait our mission at 3 words. Destroying Ambazonia terrorism. End of discussion. Anything else we want to happen, that one na your business. Someone go talk say police corruption. Why don't I talk about police corruption? I said that one na your business. You want to create your own platform for talk about police corruption? Now your business. We country people them, we don't fight with any other person where they do your own thing for help the situation inside Cameroon, okay? We never ever attack some person where or patriotic group or whatever, or people the way they do something for their own corner. For example, we create our own group, maybe for talk about testicular cancer. You know, we just come run, can enter inside our small janky house, talk say, why would I need to talk about breast cancer? Breast cancer to the key people. I don't care about breast cancer right now. We care about testicular cancer. You where you like for talk about breast cancer, go create your own association, your own janky house, talk about breast cancer till thy kingdom come. That one is your business. So the people the way they want bring peace to Cameroon, fantastic. We now go bring peace to Cameroon, no. We never stop with una. Make una leave we alone. We no must join una. The black legs the way they assemble for here where they follow countryman. We no beg them. Na Amber make them black leg, no be me. I don't tell una, day where Amber come to you, you go understand the meaning of black legism. No be me, I don't ever create no one black leg. Make me for here, na Amber create me as a black leg. So I know, so other people the way they come for and they say this and that, you're supposed to do so, you're supposed to do that. That is your business. Go and do it. Countryman never ever stop you, make you no do them. The one where they talk say they overget big opinions. They say no, countryman we're not supposed to coach them. Say shit, no white blast. No, countryman we're supposed to talk nice to them. Say countryman we're not supposed to talk. Say they not drop their guns, they go kill them. I don't stop you. Make it. Me I do my own thing. They go do your own. I never stop you. You see, we be focused like Joy Dada talk. We get now only one mission, and we don't bring them down into 3 words. Destroying Ambazonia terrorism. Even my country people, them you overlong. Now, so 4 words. We don't bring them down to 3 words. Destroying Ambazonia terrorism. End of discussion. We know the beg no man for can't join we. If no one join we, fantastic. Go you your own side, do your own thing. Like the Prime Minister talk. Every single person get your own role for play. If me I play the role of the bad cop, let me play it alone. I no beg you if you can't join me. When I don't ever see some day countryman say, we do fundraising, make some man can donate money, or make some man can join we for do so. When I don't ever see one day we beg some man the attention or the money or whatever. No, we don't do that. I will do them with the limited resources the way me I get them. I do them in my own time. I do them as I like. Sometimes the way I did on the motorway, I did drive to go me for work, or they drive to go me for hospital to go for my own private business. I turn my camera on, I start to talk to go me. Now my black leg is my do. I no beg you for can't watch him. I no beg you for support me. I no beg you for can't join me. So what to be your what to be people their problem where they must come for can't criticize countryman, for can't talk, for can't put their mob inside what way country people they do, it concern you for how? You don't like them, you go different side. We'll create our page, you don't like the page. Good. Go for BBC. As a matter of fact, go watch now Eric Tato themselves or Amber Alphabet TV. It not concerning we. We don't beg. So you can't join we. They way Amber they can't meet up you go understand. We don't make that point it be clear. So they say I stress on that point. Okay? Even Yannick Sikot they here it they live. Ma even show na the comment where it talk na the comment that Yannick Sikot it talk say it say you talk all until you are touched by Amber before you will understand the meaning of MKPD. Yannick Sikot be they be create some group where they call and say patriotic this non-entity for America. Then Nick Santos they inside the group. And I tell them they want for the tell me say maybe I do this or this and that. I tell them say listen, when I be first of all idiots. I don't even recognize when I want to bring peace for Cameroon. That one concern me for whose side. What now my business? I didn't have for UK. I didn't have for Cameroon. Peace come for Cameroon. How it go affect me? I get my own mission. You do your when I want to bring peace. That's fantastic. Go and bring the peace. Go bring the peace. That's all I'm saying. I never stop when I make when I not bring the peace. Go and bring the peace. We never, when I see for our title, for our slogan, for everything for our page, I don't ever see the word peace. Peace, now a secondary result of what way we do. The people, the way they take away with our peace, now the people we go after. And we go compromise them all. That day after we compromise them, we go get peace automatically. So, bringing peace is not the primary objective. Destroying ambassador terrorism is the primary objective. And I will do them with every fiber of my being and with every means necessary. If I get to sell my soul to Lucifer, I will do it without blinking for destroy ambassador terrorism. I hope I make the point it be abundantly clear. The Prime Minister too, it make the point abundantly clear. Say normalcy, it don't return to Mundemba, to Kumba, to Limbe, to big towns. Not only the small pockets of resistance, they still exist. Because they don't use the words pockets of resistance, but not exactly the same thing where it talk. Now, sorry sir, I digress plenty. Now, make we go now, we'll go talk about, we'll go play the next video, where now video number 4. When I go here, when I listen.
He said he not the make war against his own kingdom. The military therefore ground for protect the citizens and for protect property, not for kill the kingdom. President Pierre talks he not fight war with the kingdom. Because if you fight war, we get strong army with military, with air force. When I don't see one day aeroplane go bomb any place like he did for other places, we done here for other places. For West Africa where they get problem, aeroplane they go bomb place. It will never happen here. Even heavy artillery, not use it because not be war. When we get problems, there's not be war. We not be fight war with picking them. So we they just ask the parents to talk to their children. They don't see for themselves, say this thing is not fine. The price of staying there, death. One day, they will go. As Field Marshal, they don't go.
Chief Dr. Joseph Dion Ngute.
When I hear, no be me a talk. Now the head of government, Chief Dr. Dion Ngute, Prime Minister of the Republic of Cameroon, it tell when I say the price for carry that gun go for that bush. Now wait, if it talking for pigeon no, or we will talk when I type and send have a comment section. What is the price of carrying that gun in the bush? When I type and send for that, when I type and send have a comment section say the price for carrying that gun in the bush is when I type the word. Now only one word oh. Prime Minister Tokam. Say the price is what?
He said he know this thing no fine. The price of staying there, death. One day, they will go. As Field Marshal, they don't go.
Chief Dr. Joseph Dion Ngute.
When I hear again, I repeat them. It's a way to the price of carrying that gun going to that bush is death. Now, in a countryman, the difference now say Chief Dr. Dion Ngute na politician. Okay, and it get a lot of responsibility on his shoulders. It go use na diplomatic words then for talk and for the way it no go be what's the word I'm looking for? It no go be offensive and it could be palatable. You understand? Why when me, countryman, I don't care whether you like what I talk or not, I just can't tell you the brutal truth. And I need for be brutal because I talk now to illiterates and shit, no why blast them. So I tell them the truth in a language they understand. I need to talk in the diplomatic language because I need to talk to parliament. I need to talk to other ministers. I talk now to shit, no why blast way, it is smoke banger half of his life and a day for bush. It is shit, no why blast today. The cause or the cost of carrying that gun and going in the bush is death. Wait way the prime minister talk, it be exactly which way countryman talk say drop your guns or die. Now the only two options then that way they be available. When me I talk them in my own way, people they can't attack me. They say no, countryman, you don't be supposed to talk so. Now exactly what that way prime minister talk them. Say drop your guns or die. And it give una the quote example of the shit no white blast where we will kumkumize them on the 12th of July 2022. Oliver Lekiaka, they kumkumize the shit no white blast. And now it don't become a reference point to the extent where Prime Minister of the Republic it used now that reference point. And one of the things where he oversweet Prime Minister for that kumkumization, now because they don't scam the Prime Minister's office. For this particular Oliver Lekiaka, that failure scam and Congo for Nigeria, say it go disarm Oliver, They go give millions. In the end, they should know why take the money, buy guns, go back inside Libya. We go find better firewood, knock him for head. Case closed. Case A closed. No more business transaction. No more kidnapping for ransom. If they will catch you, go for prison serve. You for still worry what I don't chop. You for still worry who side go sleep. You for still worry. No, that one will just compromise them and then we'll close the case. We'll do the government and the country and every Liberian person a fantastic favor. And then we'll bring normalcy and peace for Liberian. It's as simple as that. To the extent where Prime Minister they quote them. You see? Results. Results, my country people them. That is what matters. Results. Now bear with me. So now forget about this people they go talk nye. At the end of the day, now what did that way matter? Produce the results. And countryman they produce them every single day. No be mop. No be just words. We they produce the results. Disarmament. No be not just for picking, for dropping gun, go DDR center or whatever. No. When you compromise Ambazona terrorists, it don't disarm. Fantastic. You know, but as a matter of fact, the cheapest way for disarmament is for kill the fool. Because you don't go worry about feeding him, housing him, accommodating him, especially person where don't really be in a drug addict way, you know, ever contribute positively to the economy. Kill him. When I talk so, they go vex. They say, oh, countryman don't talk to me, they kill him. Hey, countryman, they fan war. Hey, countryman, no one anything stop. I tell you now the truth. And I produce results. I produce results on the ground. Okay? Produce results. Now all that. So now, we'll move on to the next video, my country people. We don't do 1 hour for this live broadcast. We'll get about 30 more minutes to go. If it's bad now, how I continue, I scared to pay for data. I get free internet connection for a house. Very fast. Would I listen?
Because Cameroon, now big country. We get good country. And unity and power. For being together and power. For being separate, anything. What do people they want? Today, some say, oh, secession. If that secession become, the one for Southwest will say, no, we no one stay with this one, then we go secede again. If you secede, this one will also say, no, me have been coming, and no one there will be person for this one I be woman, no one be a person for come. No. We don't get opportunity to say we get Papa President, we elect unity. Now number one thing, come together. He don't sacrifice, he don't give a lot of things. And as we see for this dialogue, we'll hold today, say government don't do many things. Those things, some people know, some people don't know, some people they know, but they pretend that they know, no, just to fool other people. I thank you for this opportunity, Ola. Don't give me.
So when I don't hear the Prime Minister, it talks that Cameroon will never separate. No matter what the countryman don't always tell una master. It's a unity is strength. And even if they separate, one the way they talk about secessionism or whatever, will not separate tomorrow. The same Northwest people them, they go get conflict with Southwest people them. Southwest people they say no, no one should not we will not we want another secession. We not go fight another war for secede. We not think say if we not get the ambassador tomorrow, Southwest decide say they want for secede from Northwest. We not think say Northwest go agree. No, mean exactly the same things where countryman don't they tell una. Or now because the Prime Minister talk in a different few words, will be palatable. Where una no notice am say the job. As a matter of fact, which way Prime Minister talk, now exactly which way countryman don't already talk. It go all which way talk for that Equinox TV. It they like say now me I be there they talk. It just change one or two words. It tell una the country no go ever separate. It talk about the tribalism. Say even if they separate now, na go here, person will come on south, we talk say no one live with person will come on northwest. Now Prime Minister that they talk. It talk now exactly what your countryman don't tell una. Now if I go back for that video number 4, where I be playing for una, I missed one particular point where the Prime Minister it make him. When I listen them just for a few seconds, them I want to bring that point back.
He say he not the make war against his own kingdom. The military therefore ground and for protect the citizens and for protect property, not for kill the kingdom. President Pierre talks in not fight war with the kingdom. Because if you fight war, we get strong army with military, with air force. When I don't see one day aeroplane go bomb any place like it did for other places, we done here for other places, for West Africa where they get problem. Aeroplane they go bomb place. It will never happen here. Even heavy artillery, not use it because not be war.
Una hear no, listen. The Prime Minister just go out there for go repeat every single thing where countryman don't tell una for the past 3 years or 4 years. On yes, 2022, almost 4 years. There is no war in Cameroon. It to come. President Pobia don't tell una say he no the fight war with ye picking them. We'll get military, air force, navy, army, gendarme, police. Una never ever see one day military attack jet enter inside the Anglophone zone. If to true war be there inside country, we are not for to see attack jets they fly for or reconnaissance and military operations. We are not for to see them. One time where Amba only see ammo car, a drive. I mean that tank, a drive partner drive through Douala where it going now for Central African Republic. Can you hear the cry for Facebook? They cry. They say, "Hey, Pobia, they can't kill you, Pobia," because they know there is no war in Cameroon. Any person will go repeat that nonsense. They know the political games they are playing. Which war? That's what they fight war. Was on shit no wipe last them. They run for bush. Enter for burning corner hide. When military can pass, they go kidnap some person, take and go bush. And then when military go them, they climb on top main road. Act film drama. Where them day? You don't know who's our military brigade day. You don't know who's our gendarmerie, the divisional officers, the B camp. When I don't know who's our day. Till today, nobody that police training academy. It then for now wait till they call that place again. For now we know una type I'm saying have a comment section. The police training academy, nobody there for Southwest there just before you enter inside Boya. They call that place wait. Just before you enter inside Boya for Southwest Day. The biggest police training academy for this Cameroon, it then for Southwest Day. Not a single B camp, not a single army base, not a single gendarmerie brigade where me and know. But they don't move them. But we are at war. What's that the war day? What's that the war day? They send small 40 military. Some person said they have for Mutengene. That's the word I was looking for. Now for Mutengene here, the police academy. Therefore for Mutengene inside Southwest. Me they pass now only training academy. Me they pass na pass, even just pass for gate, visit them. Nonsense. Now mutengene. Yes. Say we are at war. This is war. We are at war. This is war. War for some bush. For pass, go inside for Wututu or some burning corner where I don't even know how to pronounce the name. Ake village for Boyo or some burning corner for Jakiri. For some place there where electricity no day, running water no day. Some cavemen they live for day. Now they are war that. What nonsense. Say we are at war. So now when I don't hear Prime Minister don't talk in different words, there is no war in Cameroon. There is no war. This is madness. This is Anglophone self-inflicted suffering. When I don't take gun, shoot yourself for food as Prime Minister talk so as a matter of fact, Prime Minister not be supposed to even go talk to Equinox. If you just send me, man, go talk to them. Because exactly what with me I don't preach for now for these 3.5 years, now exactly the same way Prime Minister go talk It just used now a few different words. He said there is no war. President don't tell us any fight war with the picking them. We'll get helicopters, we'll get attack jets, we'll get bombs there with the fly from the air through and pass. We'll get strong army, we'll get a united beautiful country, which they will not ever see the Air Force inside the Anglophone zone. Now, when I listen now, we don't arrive for that part where I want to talk about LBLM. Okay? Before the Prime Minister, he can't give his own opinions about LBLM. I want to go back now to this, and I want to tell you and say yesterday, where it be been at the 8th of August 2022, Christensia Asong and Christopher Anu, they be there on Facebook for their ABS Facebook page. They say they don't nominate a new film marshal for LBLM, and then they go on for talk say they don't want to show his face. Because the fear says some person who carry firewood go find me. They don't want to show your face. But as we know, we want to thank Barretta News. I don't always tell you now, Barretta News now one of the best news BarrettaNews.com. And I mean, I even advertise BarrettaNews.com now. They provide exclusive news as far as this Anglophone crisis is be concerned. And I'll be telling you and say Barretta News, they don't actually win award as the most followed. Namia, I give them the award as the most followed news platform for the Anglophone terrorism and Ambazonia terrorism and Anglophone madness. So they provide exclusive content where we see them anywhere else. So we get Derek Ewange say Amber Hunter. He said this one a Hunter. Yes. Now I real name this. I know we even attempt for pronounce the country name, but the other name now Prisco. Now I real name that, and he real profession before he join Amber. He be been an Amber village hunter. He be been a professional village hunter before he become field marshal. Now he face that. And show na the face so that time if I would knock him, when I know we talk say he no be been an Amber, or when I know we start the talk say no na the real field marshal that, because that way if I would be knock the other one Oliver, when I can't talk say no be Oliver that. So when I see face final, because when I would knock it for head, it go deform small, and when I will start confused whether na ye or no be ye or na ye no be ye, I tire that argument for Facebook. Oh, I come in peace. I only ask him for bell too. So that way, Barretta News he publish a picture. I take him, I send him to Beltus. I say Beltus, I beg. I say carry firewood come. Now your next target that go knock him. And then Beltus tell me say, "Chai, countryman, this one say I no go waste a whole firewood for Nakam. Now a professional drunkard, if drink 3 exposure past Oliver Lekiaka. He said this one we no go use na firewood. We will use na that cooking spoon. With another wooden spoon where they turn a chew for day, or we turn small. Yes, a chew where they turn a chew where soft so wooden spoon. He said na he will use them for knock the one day. It will just para one time. So that is in my country people them. Now the new film marshal for Libya learned that Beltus don't really go prepare a cooking spoon for knock and for head. Well, now he said so now video this way Beltus be record them. Send them to as a response to Chris Anu. Beltus record this video. It not even send them for me. I've been a country people, the king of all the black legs, the Igwe, the Kumkumasa, Dr. Kumkumasa, because I get PhD in destroying Ambazonia terrorism. Okay, permanent head damage. So as I been talk, Beltus not even send countryman this video. I used to think we were friends. Beltus, where I don't give you the honor as our favorite Bangwan man. He record this video. Imagine say it carry am send a for Barretta News. But I understand why he could send this kind of video now for Barretta News and not to una countryman. Because he knows say everything when they publish am for Barretta News, it go viral. It go viral even past una countryman own. As a matter of fact, I go show una the evidence here. So una fit see and say, since we Beltus is send that video to Barretta News, exclusive. Barretta News published them less than 9 hours ago. As a matter of 8 hours ago. When I see it don't match fire, so they don't really get 17k views. And it is going viral. It is going viral. 17k views in less than 9 hours. Okay? It means that they get more than 2k views an hour. One dash shall never end. Now I understand. Beltus, I need to vex me. We are still friends. You are still our favorite Bangwan man. And we will be even better friends time when you find out better cooking a wooden spoon. Carry and go Libialem. We will be very good friends. Yes. Okay. 17k views in less than 9 hours. And then in 24 hours, it don't pass 30k. How many k? Now the kind number of views then this way make Barretta News a winner award. We'll give one packet Nyamangoro. Dried ones. Very tasty. I know. Yes. So my contribute them, when I listen, if you never watch the video response we bell to send them to Chris Anu and Christian say Asong, when I listen.
Okay. As a lot all na contribute for them. Today na 9 of August 2022. I don't just decide for record this video. This morning time for respond the nonsense where I see Christopher Anu. He do one for night. Some small drama where he and Christian Siasong, the actor over ABS TV, that their Facebook propaganda station. Chris Anu talk say they don't name a new film marshal. They don't replace Oliver where they be used to knocky face. So they don't replace it with one other guy where they call it 2x2. I want them for tell when I say my man no shake, my person no see and take a like something. Now just empty propaganda. No picking not exist to label them like 2x2. The only person where they be declared 2x2 he died since 2018. Chris Anu they bring this name only for cover up so that even if they go among the few existing picking the way they do for label them, put someone they take stick na come again for down, he go deny say no be the one. No name not exist. So, but by the way, any picking we did that bush, we easy and say he want take that title say FM for the BLM make it take him. Even a big man, Oliver Lekeka, we be say he pass all man. We be the act all drama for 2018 to early 2019. We be together, be one of the actors for that drama. Nasabi that one. If he be make all that noise. So Chris and the talks now only 4 picking them. I mean 4. Now so Chris don't tell winners. And now 4 picking them. They take na stick, go knock you for your head, kill them. Then you where you want to take you be who? You check say they go use weight. They use na weight for your skin. I want for challenge any picking where Chris they want time for you see now. If you know say he's strong, record now just holds you. Ma hear your voice and know say na you. Then I go come face you again, face to face. I tell you, I hear Chris say he go they expose the names and for people where they kill film marshal on Wednesday. I just know my name be first, Chris, because if I not see my name for that list, I go love you plenty. Before I go also like I'm make a know some film to go on way bright as on go the actor with ADF. With ADF, they don't promise they make some one video. We that video they be shooting of a battle and plenty of the beginning they did for the video they don't fair die. Now Chris bring this idea to the one bring in a new film marshal. So now because of it, if years ADF who can take over inside the BLM since Red Dragons the way they did bush not even reach 6 again. I be the talk these things, people then say they don't pay me, people they look and like saying propaganda. When I imagine, say almighty Oliver, almighty film marshal. That way they come for can wipe it. They meet up now just 4 picking, either they with just 3 picking them. That is 3 plus it be 4. As the year they come distributors them, the other 2 then jump for bush go. The YB carry their body come out, go throw it for society today. Chris and no place where they put it. Just imagine. So all this thing we bright they do, and so now they provoke criticism now. They want to say new film marshal day. No nothing, not this so. No nothing. And how I don't first stop. If any of this picking them, because we get people like Moscow the way they still there. Moscow they never deal with Oliver at all. We get people like Boko Haram. I think if you add all them way the daily BLM way plus one the way they be Red Dragon, they be a maximum of 12 now. Be maximum 12. Now, Oliver don't say and say ADF you go recruit the bands of picking the way they die how they don't care, where they don't carry amber for their headless and a face cap. So if you go recruit them, bring them like ADF inside the BLM, and why that way he Christian and Christians also they bring up this idea for say new FM day 2 by 2. No name not this so. I repeat, nothing not this so. And if one of these guys, maybe Boko Haram, maybe Moscow, where they dead down, they say, I want to take the name, good. Take the name. Maybe you say you be field marshal. Me, I be better you hold gun and not hold gun against stick. You hold gun against stick. If the stick for fit take Oliver, what about you? Just show me now your face. Or tell me your name. Just make a man know. For me, when I know my face, when I know my name, when I know say where I stay. For when I did diaspora, when I say when I define me, I did. Una know my address no, VDRO Center, Boya, Boster Institute. When you reach my 17, pay, just take taxi 150. We will drop you for DDRO. You know if you be there for 3 days where you not see me now. Maybe una sabi the place, una come. And if una want to compare with me, for 10 minutes now una get that label, una show me the face of person una they claim say if female shanazo. How are they show una my own face all time? Una show me, una not begin to hide them. Or una just
so my contributor na Beltus attest on that our favorite Bangwa man he sent a message as a response to Christopher Anu. I hope so that message should be clear. Now, I want to make another point where I could make towards the end of this live broadcast before it end. Concerning this one way some person talks say we not even use that wooden spoon where they turn a shoot day. We will use na toothpick where you use them for pick your teeth. Now you where they go use them because as it does so it look like say don't already drunk it. So Beltus go on for send me an audio. It tell me say countryman play that audio for your live broadcast. Maybe they understand which way they go on. So when I listen.
Yeah, this man where you see this one don't have Frisco. Where they say you want to replace Oliver Lekiaka. It is on a ground where he don't pretend all times he wants surrender. He did run go be for a bush house or go stay for a bush house. There people say no day for this thing again. It not be one of them again. All man they should only look they say no, na good man na this. Yet for back, he get na intentions. The real name na either that one don't allow place code 2 by 2 na name where Christian they just create them. We use and bring disorder. So this thing will get for taken serious. Because now some of the guys in this way, when you touch them, the so-called elites them, they will start to complain. Yeah, some of them will start to complain, say why if it all run hidden about us, why you touch it. But look at now sitting way day today. Imagine how dangerous if you start to be for people. Yeah, even though I not saying no will last long, but now really thing for people check. Now example the smoke all thing, smoke all kind of thing. Drink fighter, drink a football, drink all thing of you right even in name. I know you very well. Now big hunter before this mess, even a big hunter.
Okay. So Beltus make 2 points and for the way I want to make una take him very seriously. One, say it is so this guy na illiterate person where enough even write his name. Now na so-called film marshal that okay. Second point we make and say this guy be don't pretend. Say he don't surrender, he don't drop his guns. He kind for community can she don't stay with other people them and people them too they talk say they consider him, they just take his word. Because he don't talk say he don't surrender. It means they don't surrender. They curse me and I curse him. Now, make I talk this particular one because I talk him directly to a comment where I see Kawaya Nick make him for Facebook. So he make the comment, he quote Prime Minister for the comment. Say Prime Minister for that speech we make him for Equinox. According to Kawaya Nick, Prime Minister be talk say picking way drop your guns. If you want to go DDR Center, I go. Ain't no one go DDR Center. If you feel free, no need for come for DDR Center. According to Kawaya Niki's own interpretation. Now, this is a typical example. And the question when me I don't ask, like sometimes the way when we sunshine some person talks today, so this person na amber terrorist where don't run it day for Douala, then the Cameroonians is stupid massa. They can't ask me say, but it don't already run, it no still there for that thing again. So why is the sun shining? Unbelievable level of stupidity. Question number 1, how you know say it don't surrender? Question number 2, how you know what I eat there for day now for gather intelligence for carry out a mission? Because you don't tell when I say no day for that thing, it means say not true. Jesus. Now so not dull. So it be being not true things say so it be very easy for manipulate Anglophones them. The level of stupidity is too high. I'm sorry to say, but it's the truth. Just because they say I don't care. You don't surrender. Show me evidence. They don't surrender. You bring how many guns, can't hand them into the authorities. They don't register your name for which institution. Say you don't surrender. And the prime minister he was, now just say, I don't know if I be caught that segment. I would have loved to play the prime minister exact words as he put them. Prime minister, they talk as an intellectual. Sometimes they need a certain level of education for understand what way they talk. It talk and for they be clear. It no mean say, after you don't keep people them, keep people them, collect ransom. When the ransom don't flop you today, you know say you're undone correct, you feel get like 100 million now. Then you just take the money, you enter for Douala, you open your big shop, and then you start to sell, and then you start to do your business, and then if police come for your door, they say, get out! Prime Minister, I don't talk if I surrender, if you go and open my business, I don't have to go to DTR Center. Is that not the style that? Not the craze? How stupid can someone be for things that will be allowed? For which planet? It not go happen on the planet I live in. You surrender properly. Yes, you no must stay in the DDR Center. Like Kawa Yannick, you know the stay for DDR Center. Like Oka Nasri Clovis, you know the stay for DDR Center. Like Beltus Atesong, you know the stay for DDR Center. If you go out, come in whenever he wants. All of them, they go school, they do their businesses, they mind their businesses, and they live their lives. They not be stationed at the DDR Center permanently. No. But you must pass through the disarmament process. It means that you must register your name, and for accept amnesty, it means say you don't apologize to the state, you don't accept say you will be guilty of a crime, and then they absolve you of that crime, and then you get amnesty. That is the process. Let me say one day you don't just kill some people them, and then when the person won't catch you, you just I don't surrender. I do me for Douala now. I don't open my business without ransom money where I be collecting from you. I do me I live my life now. No worry me. I don't surrender. How stupid is that? Is that even a thing to think about? And then the victims them, they go past, they see you accept buy your motor, they like the one they number be buy and they work at the drive. On top of their blood, on top of their money and everything then. And then you not even get just the simple courtesy way government don't tell you. Say go to the disarmament center, register your name as an ex-combatant. When someone wanna be join Amber, wanna be make videos and no, make films and take these kind of stupid pictures and no, wearing military attire no. As you surrender, you get to do the same. As you be radicalized other picking them, when they go for bush, you have a responsibility for de-radicalize the one where they still there for bush. It's a responsibility. We need to beg with her now. To the extent where some picking the day where we'll capture them. I say we'll capture them, not capture them. No, me say they can't cancel. No. We'll capture them for bush with gun. And then some people they can't talk say, my countryman, that boy na my cousin, I beg, me they take it go DDR Center. I said the better thunder will come out Oku, now you go fire you and your whole generation, idiot. Say me they take it go DDR Center. DDR Center na prison, na place that way they go keep hardened criminals and prisoners. No. Take it go for prison, who's where you belong. Now the next point. I always talk my thing I bring plus evidence. When I see the one no, now die body that. Now his name it been a Deco, now General Deco. When I see him, they kumkumaisi exactly 1 month ago. Kumkumaisam on the 8th of July, 2022. Today now the 9th of August. Exactly 1 month, 1 day ago, they kumkumaisi Shumbu. Okay? If I get time, when I read which way they write down for the screen there. They kumkumaisi that Shumbu for what na teke or na for usai. Okay, if you been an assistant to Ivomba ADF, well, una bear with me, might bring them back up. So now, una see this one, December 2021. They be published about it in that General Deco. Una read the information. Say Ambazonia terrorist kidnapper. His real name na Achu Divine from Jikwa. Jikwa na Momo. I don't tell una tire. Na Momo people them. They start Amba. Na Momo picking them. Picking the way the days inside Southwest, where they destroy, especially Fako, Ndian, and even Meme. Na Momo picking them. Any person talk am, he want vex. Go enter inside 33 Export Film Marshal bottle. That one not concern me. I tell una like a Momo son. Momo people the way they will come out from Momo, especially from Jikwa, from Gi, for Widikum, for Batibro, from Bengui. They go for coast, as they call them. For Momo, we not even call and say Southwest. We call and say coast. You know, because Omami, they will know say that's a coastal area. So they call and say coast. So when person will come on and they go Southwest, we just know say don't go coast. So those people, they will go now for go work in plantations for Sonara, for Pamol, for CDC, for all those plantations, them deep sea port, you know, fishing, farming in all those areas, them decades ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, a lot of Northwesterners, the Momo, especially Momo, they enter inside Bayangi land, inside Oroko land, inside Bakosi land, you know, legally. They purchase the lands in most cases, or they take 2x2 on a 2-party, they call them, for work legally, but now they're born picking them in those areas. And now they are picking them this way, they don't turn be generals, they destroy the Fako land, destroy Indian. Now they true that. Any person want enter but to may enter. Now they true that. Now they picking that. Now you name that. The other one where they call and say General Ivo back. Now for who side they kill it, now for Teke they now for who side. Now that's about Teke they. If they do it for Teke. Now picking where they born and bred inside Southwest, yes, but now Momo picking. Now Momo picking. So when they tell now say this thing na Northwest thing, no ever vex for that one, especially Momo people them. Una no get right for talk when they start talk this kind of thing. Now the same time Momo people in this way they work at talk say they want to control their resources. They want to control their resources. You ask he say which resources? It says CDC, Pamol, Limbe Deep Sea Port, Sonara. Ask he say all those things they name and they didn't have for Batibo. They didn't have for Momo, Ngi, Njikwa, Batibo, Bengui, Widikum, some Sonara and Pamol and CDC there for those places them, but they want to control their resources and they talk like Momo Pekin. You understand? So Boris Jones Tembago talks say 50 to 60 years ago, yes, even from the time of independence, a lot of Momo people they move, they migrate into the Southwest. They establish for them, they build for them, they raise families them for them, they even marry local women for them and everything they now they picking them this way, they don't become general for Amber. Now Momo people them. And when they talk about no vex, now just the truth that. Now just one example this. Ivan Batten, another one. Ma show una another one. I always talk my thing, I give una plus exhibit picture. One of the things the way una way it make a way una not understand now say many of these terrorists them they use now pseudonyms. For example, they want to call it something like General Deco. You know say Deco na pay for Usa, a commander for which burning corner. You cannot tell. But if it be pronounced that name, say Achu Divine, you for understand say na graphy. If they say make all Amber, they start giving their real name with them for their birth certificate, you can understand now say 70% of all Amber Pekin and Northwest they come out. Even as a matter of fact, more than half of the Pekin where they be Amber inside Southwest, na Northwest Pekin them. That is just a fact. When I deny it, when they want to talk so when I want to talk about tribality, get out of here, I'm not talking about fake American accent. Nonsense. Now the truth, now the reality that. Now you name that. It come from Jikwa na Momo. They kill it the fool now for take just like Ivan Ba. Everybody do it for day. Now papa property, everybody protect them for day. Nonsense. Man, I want to show you another evidence. I always talk my thing. I talk with evidence. Where now I don't for my phone. Beltus Clovis you watch. Now bear with me so. Ma call Clovis. I want for call Clovis. because Clovis, if you watch earlier today, I sent some video inside this group, inside DTR Cameroon WhatsApp group. I asked you if Nobina General Sagadis forward the picture, send them back to me so that I want broadcast them for this screen. Wait, I think so. I save them for my laptop. My backup get backup. I always save my thing them double. Sagat. Yes, 90s. 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 I get even video, sir. When I bear with me, I will send the video. Nah, so ego. Where the video turn heavy small. So it will take a while now because it didn't for my laptop, sir. Yeah, when I bear with me, I go cut now picture. Bear with me 1 second. I want to make a very fantastic point. Because I know someone I talk so more people are there for your way, they will start vex. They will start vex. That's the country. Yeah. I will send one at the picture. Yeah. Sagat. Cool. I don't take a snapshot picture of this thing. Now bear with me now. Then now on my laptop, I work on the laptop for send the information. I don't send them to here now. I send them to this tablet so that I go for here. Okay. There it is. Now video where I take a snapshot. Now in that, when I see that one for middle now. Now so-called General Sagat for Fako that. Now Momo Pikin, the biggest terrorist inside Fako. And then the other one, Fombat Diodone. Now Momo Pikin, Fombat. It sounds like Bakosi name. But now he been what do they call him again? Defense was what they waiting for Fako County or something nonsense like that. Even Paul Nilong for Kumba. Na Grafi Pikin. Unawama continue. Gabonese. Na the same. Na Grafi people. Wait. When they start talking something them, sometimes they may accept reality and truth. Some person will tell me, say, countryman, the coach will say Grafi. He say you ask say you fear coach. Est-ce que the thing where the person talk and a lie? One of the reasons why they talk about graphic cam no go now because of this thing I just explained for when I say coast where Momo and Campbell, Buin, sort people them and the rest they will go for southwest for go work in the plantations, cocoa farms, coffee, Bengal plantations for planting, banana plantations, rubber estates, Bamuso Pamol, Eluani Mill, work inside CDC, work inside those places them, deep sea port for Limbe. A lot of our people, they will go for there for go work in those places then. And they no come back. Now, why did I talk about graphic cam no go? It is just a statement of fact. No because. Now the truth that. And then when they reach for there, they burn picking and they turn to terrorists. Then when I vex with you, vex at the truth. You want to solve a problem, but no one accepts it day. Then when I will talk say Cameroon government, the talk say Anglophone problem, no Anglophone crisis no exist. Why we would have been at the worst deniers on the surface of this earth? Yes. So now the truth that when I show una example, their names, everything. The other one, ma show una the other one. They call and say it. Ma show una another one. Focus. Ma show una. I always talk my thing. I talk this part where I did on now. No the part where me I be programmer for this live broadcast. Okay. Me I don't send myself a degree go. It don't go. Now in this, I don't get them. Now in this. So they're here now. Now in that. When I see that one, now the biggest terrorist this from Dian, where it don't commit the worst atrocities them. It then under 10 kobo. Whenever when I hear say 10 kobo don't commit atrocity, no be 10 kobo. It's a 10 kobo need to go out of that camp. Now the person this way now he they go commit the atrocities them. Now he killed that divisional officer and the other people them from Dian. Now focus this. Now Momo Pikin. When I talk, so they will talk, say, I did make the hate Momo people. No. I did just tell them the truth, now fact. Now Momo picking. I need to talk and say me they hate Momo people. No. I just tell them the fact and the reality of the dynamics of which way they happen on the ground. Now Momo picking that. Now the worst terror is that inside the whole of Dian. For Fako, the worst terror is now Momo as well. I can go on and on and on. The only part where me and no say no really Northwesterners na Manu. For Manu people they be dull enough for destroy Manu themselves. Very dull. If you see Manu man, you just know you say na which way we call him for country talk say now already half and then. So that is it. So now the point where me I want make him before I digress more. Now, where me I want make with this deco, before I start talk about graphy and whatever. Now say wait, this deco, it be arrested and locked up. It be there for Kondengi for several months before Pope Paul Biya, it decided for granting amnesty, release it out of prison. He go back for that bush, go commit even worse atrocities them until we be killing. Now last month, now die body that, now the deco that. So, lesson learned. If you see an Amba terrorist, you kill an Amba terrorist. End of discussion. The only good Amba terrorist, now the one where he don't already surrender, he go DDR center, or the one where we don't kill him. Disarmament no only mean DDR center. Kumkumization is the very important and the most effective part of disarmament. If we not be understand, now we understand. Now make we go play that video for Prime Minister. We talk about the disarmament. We'll talk about Libya Lem, because the only reason why I spend time for this one is because there is some people they want misconstrue say this, so you feel surrender, but you not go to DDR center. How you not must go inside DDR center, but you must pass through disarmament process. You must pass through the disarmament center, because when we pick you up, we go find out for disarmament. If you talk say you don't surrender, so we'll talk say you surrender now for Bamenda or now for Boya. If you talk say Bamenda, we'll call the regional coordinator for Bamenda. Give your name. If you're not there for the book, one time, kumkumize. I don't even talk about Kondengi or prison. No, kumkumize the fool. It waste oxygen. Oxygen is very valuable. Kumkumize the fool. Case goes nowhere. No cash no fair. They tell me say you feel surrender and then you no go to the ascent and not Chris. You drink now that kind of export Oliver but they drink him. Okay, now make you listen. Prime Minister, it take a special time for talk about Libya Lem because of the importance where we, the country people, don't put them on Libya Lem. Beltus Atterson, Kingsley, Rado, Valentine, and all when I don't work with country people for bring Libya Lem to the spotlight and for make Libya Lem it be wait way day to day for the extent way will not get Ambazuna terrorists where they measure up to 12 Bangwa Pikine inside bush for Libya Lem now because of the fantastic black legacy where all when I don't do them, myself and a bunch of other people they don't support me in the backgrounds. Some of them, names withheld, they don't do fantastic work. Now, Prime Minister talk about Libya Lem. When I listen.
Libya Lem will be most affected. Now, which be the reason? Me, President no send me down what we do from as minister many times for do politics of Libya Lem. I know the place it will be easy now. Hills that they plenty. And that terrain for hills, it favor people they do criminal activities. Because if you stand for one hill, you see person they come from far. So the problem will be hot for the Libya Lem past other people, other places. Now Libya Lem the get system where they do road maintenance every year. Since that conflict, it be difficult to maintain road because people they fight. If you go and want to do the road, Caterpillar one enter, they shoot the driver, they kill him. How many Caterpillar drivers will bring go there? No, they're not there. They make it. So because of that, the communication by road system will be difficult. And our Amber boys, they take advantage of that situation. So, Lobby Island na special case. And until Lobby Island go come to the point where they start do the roads, they start get that, it could be difficult, it will take a bit longer. But we don't see say nobody no be above country. So we feel much I don't go. As you don't go, we know say confidence it dey come back now for the BLM. And from which me I hear, people they don't start come back. The BLM na place where it will be renowned for education. Seat of Wisdom content, you see the results from Seat of Wisdom, 10 A's, 11 A's, very good results.
Even better carrot.
Even that is it. So right now we want Lobialen to go back to where it be. Lobialen be get hospital where Italian women doctors they stay there, they do everything. But of course, all those European doctors they leave. All the teachers for Seat of Wisdom they leave. So we want to make Lobialen come back so that we will enjoy those facilities so that we will follow the other. So I hope and I pray, say any man will hear this talk, carry this talk to the kingdom. Because true, President Pierre talks say he not fight war with the kingdom. Because if you fight war, we get strong army with military, with air force. When I don't see one day aeroplane go bomb any place like he did for other places. We done here for other places for West Africa where they get problem. Aeroplane they go bomb place. It will never happen here. Even heavy artillery, not the user. Because not be war. Where will they? We get problems. Not be war. We not be fight war with picking them. So we just ask the parents to talk to their children. They don't see for themselves, say this thing, fine. The price of staying there, the death. One day, it will go. As Field Marshal, it will go.
Chief Dr. Joseph Dion Ngute.
So my country people them for wrap up the live broadcast. I not even get much more for Tokam after the Prime Minister. It don't wrap up with those fantastic words. It tell one, it explains say Lebialem na a special case. And now one of the reasons in this way countryman it be take on Lebialem because I be understand say Lebialem na a special case. And when I know say we for country people then we not ever fear we hard work. We produce results. We not fear we. I mean, one man, it decided for 2018, say he could destroy ambassador terrorism. I know be journalist. I don't even know how to create fake book and what are fake book. I don't even know how to create Facebook page. I don't even be present on social media. I don't even get connection or what are military or political connection. I never get none of those. But I knew I have a special talent. I know, say I be intelligent enough for learn what way I need for learner. I know my abilities, what way me I fit do. No be say I thank God, no be God, na me. I know what way God don't really give me, how me I fit use and put them to good effect. And I decide upon myself, one individual, since 2018, August 2018. Nowadays, I think around July, August 2018. Nowadays, July, August 2022. When it means everything. I don't do this black legism for 4 years. I get PhD. I be Dr. Kumkumasa, the Igwe, king of all the black legs. I decide, say I go destroy ambassador terrorism. And to achieve that, I know we need some nuclear weapon or some massive device or weapon where if you just press one button, so bam, Amba be destroyed. No. It be painstaking, meticulous, hard work, day in, day out, operation chuku chuku. That is it. I want to see how far we don't come. By 2019, 2020, Beltus come in. We'll launch a project. The Achu strategy. We will go around the edges, wipe off all the Amber terrorists them, and get closer and closer and closer to Oliver. And the Prime Minister Tokam, say Lebialem is a special case. he explained about the terrain for Libialem, the hills, the valleys, the vegetation, the thick jungles. To the extent where after they go knock Oliver Lekaka for head with waka stick on a firewood, after they go kumkumize Oliver Lekaka, just for the military, for go carry his dead body out of Libialem, bring him to Kumba. It was challenging because of the terrain, because of the hills, the valleys, the rainforest, the jungle, helicopter no fit land, the windy conditions, and all of those things. And we explain all those things in Funa. Life as things that go on. Say the helicopter don't come, where no day for land, it be too windy, and the area where it be need for land for day, where no day, it don't fly back a day for Bafusam. We explain that Funa. Beltus run, it go for Allah. It the wait, may they bring the smelly dead body, they no bring them. They order that helicopter say fly back into Libya. While way the team will be there on the ground, they move the dead body. Now they bring them to on some other part of Libya where they believe they so it will get clearer field where they will land the helicopter for they send GPS location. The helicopter coming again for Bafusam, a fly go back for day. It is not easy. This one, why I explain this particular issue now, because when I need to understand one of the difficulties, the way the military, the Cameroon military, the Kumkum distributors, they be get them for Kumkumize Oliver Lekiaka and they shit nowhere else for bush. Because of the terrain, it be too hilly, it get too many hills and valleys and difficulty in movement and everything else. So it be easier for a person to stand from a distance. If he say there's so military come, and especially because of the military tactics, the way the military they will use them at that time, they be denied for operate like Amber. For beat Amber, you get to operate like them. You get to go inside bush, wakana for food for 3-4 days, chop grass, shit no wipe last. That's how you deal with Amber. Be like them, then you go wipe them to the extent where they carry na firewood knock on for head. Because you become them. And if when I use that strategy, when I go wipe them all finish. But at that time, military for Libya, them no be one for do that kind of thing. They no be one for use those strategies them. They just want for enter motor, drive, buru, buru, buru. Of course, they will stand see you from 10 miles away. And then they run. Then go begin act film, then talk say we don't kill 500. We don't destroy 3,000 ammo car. As usual. Where they just see you now from a distance, from 2 miles away. And then they run. Then go begin making noise for some bedding corner. So that is the reality. Prime Minister Tokam said Libya Lem is a special case. Una said Libya Lem is one of the most affected division for this Ambazona terrorism. And that is the truth. Libya Lem, Red Dragons alone, they will number between 800 to 1,000 Amber terrorists for 2018. For 2022, time when they go knock Oliver with firewood, now them 4, they will there for that camp. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't say 400, oh. I say 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Chris Anu, he says talk saying now only 4 picking them. They go, they don't even go gun. 4 picking, they go knock you with firewood for head. 4 picking them. They catch 1, kill them. They knock you firewood. The other 2, they enter Sisongo. They run. That is the reality. A true strategy. Libya Lem na special case. And now why that way countryman, if we take that special case for 2019, we start work, operation, a true strategy. Go around the edges. Wipe the shit, no wipe last the way they be there around. Any Amber shit, no wipe last way, they pretend say it don't surrender, it not still there for that thing, it can't show for village comfortably. They just send we intel, say they for village, we just go kill the food through them. Yes. Kiki they think them. That way they don't finish now. Remember only them 4 for camp. You carry firewood, go finish the rest. That's what we do them. When they talk about them, ho-ha, openly. Now the strategy that someone who can't talk say no, that picking no be still there, that thing. If you don't come on, you don't know road for DDR. You don't know road for DDR center. You don't pass through DDR center where they can't wipe you through them. Mem na prime minister for the country, I go can't wipe you through. I don't need the permission. Mem na prime minister tell me, say they so picking commod. No. If you don't pass through DDR for this armament commission, no get your name in the books, we find you, we go kill them, throw them. Oxygen be too expensive now for you for shrunk for the West Ham. What nonsense? What utter nonsense? Prime Minister talking for day. say the only thing will go happen for you if you there for that bush, not death. In other words, drop your guns or die. Because we don't get two other things them. You want dialogue? We need a dialogue person will hold gun. Oh. If you hold gun, I go bring bigger gun for that dialogue. Hold the gun, we come with bigger guns. That is it. Libya Lem, special case. That heals the terrain, as Prime Minister talk, it favor the criminal activities. Now why that be difficult for compromise them? Now why that we adopt the amber strategy, will behave like them, act like them, enter inside the bush like them, go wipe them. That's a lesson. Carry firewood. All Bangwa people now they carry firewood. You see an amber terrorist, you kill an amber terrorist, case goes nowhere. You want to drop your gun, you know who's at GTR Center Day. If you think so, you don't drop your gun. Now coming back to which way some people they work out, they misinterpret Cameroon law or misinterpret the situation, the fools from picking for bush or whatever. Like the man give another situation. I always talk my thing. I give example. I feel digress. My black legs they didn't for here. They go to watch and that's all. Now when they carry the message, then go spray them. Yes. I'll give you another one. I talk with exhibit. My show now. I always talk my thing. Talk with exhibit. Now in that, I don't send them to that phone. Wait, I put them on display for you. I'll give you an example. Another exhibit. Okay? Bear with me. And that is it. It don't arrive. It's there for WhatsApp. Now in that. When I remember this one now, not only for April 2022, April the 17th, where this terrorist called Commander Pastor, imagine say the community for Kumba, they catch him, hand them over to gendarmerie. And then, I know someone I know this story already. And then the mayor, the city mayor for Kumba Council, he go try for use the influence for movie. Now, people they tell me say, he be try his best for help the situation. That may be true. But, he give job to this Commander Pastor. And this guy where he don't kill people them. And then one day, he just decided to say, he don't want to be Amber anymore, no be so. And then city mayor for Kumba, because they be friends or whatever arrangement where they get them, it don't concern me. He give you job as a driver for Kumba City Council. He no pass it through DDR. He just give you job. And then the guy now come back inside Kumba. Can they live you? They enjoy your freedom with the rest of your victims them. Victims them, including ones the way it don't catch their family members and kill them, cut their neck. Well, I did always talk my thing and show on exhibit, show on plus evidence. You know the evidence is now wait. Now in this, when I say I'm no, see the poor picking no. Now victim of amber terrorism. Your name being a Franklin, he be only been 19 years old. When that same Commander Pastor, Ikachi, kill him, he was only 19 years old. The killie. That same Commander Pastor, he named shit no white last Commander Pastor. He killed this poor innocent Pekin for no reason. He kill him. And then imagine the pain, the anger, the frustration, and the helplessness of this bikini pa. They were in the past of Kumba. It don't become now IDP. It not go for your own village for small ekombe. Who's way they kill the Pekin. I'm not even sure what I know how they bury the Pekin. Imagine the poor man is surprised. Time where he want pass of Kumba. He see the person where kill the Pekin. It did drive motor for Kumba City Council. Imagine the pain, the frustration, the helplessness. Now, the Kumba City Council is against him. He feel this. What's the what's the word even? I'm not even sure. Say dictionary to get the kind of word where you fit use them. Imagine which way that party feel. And then now, time with the population, knowing fully well that they can never go into the center, they go catch him, hand them over to the authorities, and then Kumba City Mayor go for go movie. Because he, the Kumba City Mayor, he be get a private personal deal with the Amber terrorists, so-called Commander Pastor. It doesn't work that way, my country people them. Drop your guns or die. As I speak, this terrorist today in prison, when me, I put it for day. If we no be join our hand and our mop, for talk about this case, the powers that be for not moving for prison sins. And if you come back now into that community, for can terrorize those same people the way they be catchy, go get for Janamari. We cannot allow that to happen. Over our dead bodies, we will not allow it to happen. We'll go fight. If it bad now how, all we go carry firewood, knock for head. If it bad now how, police one come meet to a run go me DDR. Yes. DDR, no, only for some people them. DDR, all my go DDR. I go compromise the Shumbu and then go me to for DDR. What nonsense. Go through the disarmament process. Apologize for your crimes where you don't commit them against we. And then we could decide whether we forgive you or not. That forgiveness, no mean from Joe. We could decide. And then some people they talk say, no, if you not do and so, then they pick no command for Bush. I say, fantastic. May they stay for Bush. Sooner or later, we'll kill them all. If it take 10, 15 years, we'll go kill them all. The fantastic thing now, Sebeti, Amber no get no other lie where they fit tell some picking for go join Amber. All the picking where they still there for Bush today for 2022, now picking where they don't join before 2020. No one, not there when a new recruit. No one. So, steady, slow, and easy. We will wipe them all. It is only a matter of time. Well, I will let the Prime Minister, now he will get the final word. Because man, no one for overtake.
It's an inner. They don't see for themselves, say this thing is not fine. The price of staying there, death.
Now die.
One day, they will go. As Field Marshal, they don't go.
Chief Dr. Joseph Dion Ngute.
So now the last word that, when I don't hear, Prime Minister don't tell una. The price for stay for that bush, not death. It means, say, wait, drop your guns or die. End of discussion. Cameroon is not, there is no war in Cameroon. Drop your guns or die. Prime Minister don't tell una everything we una need for know. Okay? So now people in that way, they be released and for prison, they come back for bush. And then someone the day where they just talking for mob say, I know they mean for Amber again, and we expect we for believe them. Expect we for talk, okay, you get amnesty now. All your crimes will be washed away because you don't just talk them to yourself. Say you know they for Amber. Okay, oh. Now she don't for the day when me and me tell una will confirm code. What nonsense. No go DDR. She don't for day.
Hail, hail, hail the Kumkumasa, we the Cameroonians, we pledge our loyalty. Kumkumasa, Kumkumasa, you shall free our country from terror, and your blessing shall be like the stars above. The Most High God shall be your guide.
There is a remnant ADF camp in Tanka, and they should know our restoration forces will come after them. The Alabo camp has been reconstituted into an ADF camp, and there are a few of them there terrorizing every Amazonian from Meta through Mancon and beyond, kidnapping them and taking ransom. We have a job to do, Chris. We have to go after these guys and decimate them.
Yes, you are right.
It is uncalled for, because when they do it, it falls on the interim government, and correct. That is what we cannot accept. Look, that cross and die man is coordinated kidnapping in Mancon and Quen.
We don't talk this thing. Say AGOPC ADF na a terror organization led by Lucas Cho Ayaba for Norway, with Benedict Kwa for US, with Ngong Emmanuel Ngong for China, and a number of them where we don't do flyers before put out their face. We go now go on a deliberate international campaign for all diplomatic services around the world, designating the AGOPC ADF, led by Cho Ayaba in Norway, as a terrorist organization.
When I don't hear no be me I talk, not them talk. Say we will decimate them. Yeah. They could decimate them. They know they them for dialogue and negotiation. They then are for decimation. No be me I talk.